This discussion today may include two connected topics or references, but yet around one main driving force, which is staying resilient, but not in a one and done approach. And maybe this discussion today, before I get started, thank you for joining me today. Forgot that part. But this topic today may serve as an installment. If you go back into the library of the 820 Enterprise, there are a couple of sections, maybe I think four or five sections that were done before individually, and then I went back to then rearrange them into some periods or some phases or some categories. And one of them was the meaning of love. So this one today might qualify to be included in that reissue of the meaning of love period in the 820 Enterprise. So no matter what they say about you, no matter what you say about you, you are loved. Be loved. I've heard that before. You're born from, into, and sustained through love. And that insists in your existence at your essence and should serve for you a tangible, identifiable part of your core value, where your expressed value really, really comes from, not from your head, big or small, not from your mind or your imagination. This is where your true expressed value comes from, where truth exists before the lies intrude on you and in your world. You might see this as maybe a biblical reference. Yeah, but true, regardless of where you get and receive this message. Today, do you see where we went on this trip? We went to this day and this moment. I mentioned at the outset this one and done and still staying resilient. So while one and done seems like, okay, you start, stop, and then you're done, class over. No, the class continues. Your life continues. So there is no one and done. Now, even if that was true, the one and done in this moment could very well be true, because we're not guaranteed another moment after this one. So I'm saying make it count and commit to it. Commit all of you. However you define it, maybe use my definitions for what it means to have courage, to limit your vanity. But make it count, as this moment could very well be your last. I know that sounds kind of morbid, but the tagline to that one and done there's a tagline I didn't mention to you before. Yeah, one and done and staying resilient is good. But the tagline or the sub-tagline to this is you have to do it again. If you get another today. If you get another moment. If not, regardless of what they say about you or what you say about yourself, remember the message of and in each day, that you always have love, because it's always provided to you every day, in every moment, and in every breath, in every heartbeat. That is the substance of love, in case you are missing that context. And in doing so, it helps you also to, if not maintain, establish an indifference to the good and the bad. And also, in staying resilient, maintaining an indifference to the new. I'm asking you to stay organically open to each and every new moment, even to the ho-hum, whatever things that pass by your attention or intention or lack of attention. Everything. Like every 820 episode, like this one, will come to you and pass away from you. I do wish always to change your perspective on this present moment, but maybe I did it for you or I don't. I will probably never ever know, but I do each day share my journey with you. Now, of course, this is my admittedly self-first journey and resilience that I'm sharing with you. And when I do that, I also, not just to you, is to me to change my own daily and moment-to-moment and current observations on the good stuff, on the bad stuff, on the new stuff, on the now stuff. Reminding myself as much as I can, as often as I can, on the small steps forward and never on the last one taken or the last misstep taken. I must meet like you do. I must meet, but I can only do that by moving, progressing forward. Even if the movement appears small and insignificant, were this step to fall prey to comparison or competition with my past steps or missteps, or in contrast with a never to be experienced future time. I'm choosing to stay resilient always, or at least consistently, to develop and produce and share what I deliver to myself, to my creator, and then to others on my journey. I'd like to leave you with this last statement again from Mr. Ryan Holiday. Quote, "It does so much damage. It sets us back so much. It's something we desperately don't want to happen. So yeah, we think about it a lot. We fret about it a lot. We dread it a lot. It's worth remembering, as we said recently about toxic people, that these things aren't thinking about you at all. Just as a Nero was not thinking about Seneca, the economy is not thinking about you. The drought is not scheming to disrupt your plans. The airport isn't trying to make you miss your flight and thus your meeting and therefore screw up your career. The highway doesn't care. Neither does gravity or cancer. These are impersonal forces. These are inanimate objects. This is fortune and fate. It's not targeting you. It's not favoring or picking on you. We have to figure out how to deal with them without turning our minds over to them. We can't let them steal our focus or our happiness. We can't let them consume our every waking second. And most importantly, as Marcus Aurelius writes in Meditations, we can't let these inhuman forces steal our humanity. These things are indifferent to you. Your goal is to be a little more indifferent to them. Unquote. Thank you all for joining me. Stay resilient. It's a one and done proposition, but you have to do it again when you get the next distribution of grace. Take care. Remember, wherever you are in this world, it is always 8